Today's Chiefs mailbag is presented by True Classic Tees. Sometimes it's hard to find the right t-shirt that fits your body. Not anymore. Not with True Classic. Go to trueclassictees.com/chat. That's going to get you 25% off plus free shipping. They have some nice bundle deals available as well. We'll tell you guys a little bit more about them later on in the show. I'm Harrison Graham. It is mailbag time, so let's get this party started with James Ramos. How many sacks in total will this D-line unit going to have combined? Oh my gosh, I don't know. 37. I'm just guessing. 17 games, get at least two per game from the D-line. That'd be nice, on average. 37 total, maybe 40 or so with sacks from other positions. So, yeah, that'd be a really good number. Richard Martin, do you think we have a top 10 defense? Not ready to go there, Richard. I do think it'll be better than last year. A linebacker should be better with Gay and Bolton taking the bulk of the snaps there. I think the secondary could be sneaky good. D-line's got some potential, but a lot of projecting right now. So let's jump into the top 20 first. Let's what's the phrase, Trace? Let's swim, or let's not. What's the phrase? You got to jog before you can run, or something like that. Whatever it is, you're not going to go from 28th to 8th overnight. So let's see how things look. Will Juju have his best year? I hope so, Chiefs. I really hope so. It's going to be hard to top that year. He had 1,400 yards with the Pittsburgh Steelers, but how about second best? Give me 1,000 yards, 7-8 touchdowns. That'd be great because I think the ball is going to get spread out quite a bit here. So, if he flirted with the 1,000 yards, I think that's money well spent by Brett Veach. Cole Keller next up. If Juju does have a career year, do you see him re-signing for 2023? I could see it. I'll be curious to see. Say he goes off for 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns. What's his market going to be? Because he does have an injury history. I mean, is he going to cost $22 million per year? If he does, the Chiefs might just say, hey, thank you for the year. We're going to move on. But could you, if he has a decent-ish year, like 800-900 yards, get him back for a similar deal, I could see them going that route. So I think it all depends on how he plays and what the market looks like for Juju. So stay tuned. We'll find out after this year. Patrick next up. Will the Chiefs run more two tight end sets with Jody Fortson this year? I think so, especially in the red zone. We've already seen them in the preseason run two tight end looks a lot. They've run some three tight end looks, both in the preseason and in training camp. I just think they view that position a position of strength, so get guys out there. Noah Gray can have an impact. Jody Fortson, Blake Bell, obviously Travis Kelce. So, yeah, I definitely think we're going to see more of that, especially near the goal line. Get some mismatches out there on some linebackers, and let's ride. Jody Fortson will have blank touchdowns this year. Fill in the blank for us. How many touchdowns for the young tight end? I'm going to say 5. 5 touchdowns for Jody Fortson. Get your predictions in the comments. KC Cyclone, do you think Mike Rose, the undrafted free agent of Iowa State, will make the 53? He was the guy I was keeping an eye on during camp. Hasn't flashed enough. Practice squad candidate for sure. Don't think he makes the final 53, though. I think he's linebacker 6 at best right now. I don't know if they're going to carry 6 backers. I think he's on the practice squad. Boomer Miller, can we trade Josh Gordon and Chad Henne? You're not trading Chad Henne, and he's not worth anything to another team. I don't think the Chiefs are comfortable with him as the backup, but he's a 37-year-old quarterback, so you're not going to get anything there. Josh Gordon, kind of same deal. He's 30 now. When he has played in the last couple years, he hasn't done much. He's fallen behind in camp. You can try, like I said, conditional 7th maybe to a team that desperately needs a receiver, but I wouldn't expect to get much, if anything, from Josh Gordon. Appreciate the question, though, from Boomer Miller. Diaz Davidson, how many years left does Andy Reid have of coaching? I mean, look, he's early mid-60s. He could coach another 10 years if he wants to. Will he do that? We'll see. I would guess he wants to coach Mahomes for at least a few more years. I mean, such a unique opportunity to coach this quarterback and be in the mix to win a Super Bowl every year. It's rare as a coach, even for good coaches. You got to find the right quarterback and the right pieces around you to pull that off. So I would say he's still got a few years left. I think it was it 2 off seasons ago he signed like a 5 or 6 year extension. So he doesn't strike me as a guy that's ready to hang it up. Get Crab, should the Chiefs trade for DJ Moore? I mean, I love DJ Moore, but Panthers are trying to win. They just named Baker Mayfield their starting quarterback. That would surprise me, but hey, Brett Veach, answer the call if it comes through, because DJ Moore in this offense would be a lot of fun. McCole Hardman a second for DJ Moore? Who says no? Probably still Carolina. Shout out to True Classic Tees for sponsoring today's show. I'm repping one on this mailbag. They also have some nice polos. Fantasy football drafts just around the corner. You want to be looking nice and fresh, and you want to feel comfortable when you show up to your draft at your local pub or your buddy's house, wherever the draft is going to be. Get very comfortable tees for males in all sizes, whether you're a model with a six-pack or you're big and tall, you got a little beer gut like I do. Very comfortable shirts for males of all sizes. Producer Trace just asked me, hey, what do you think of these True Classic tees going on right now? I need some new t-shirts. I'm like, dude, they're great. They're comfortable. They fit me really well, which is hard for me because I'm in between sizes a lot, but got going with True Classic. They hooked me up. 25% off at the link below, trueclassictees.com/chat. Order some t-shirts today, just like producer Trace did. Laura Ortiz, Darius Fountain, or Josh Gordon? Got to go Fountain, man. Special teams value, and he's probably produced more at receiver, too. It stinks. I wanted this to work out for Josh Gordon. I do. I think he's put in the work. I think he's done all the right things. He just may not have it anymore. He missed too much time in his career. It might be over for him. Boomer Miller, how many wide receivers in free agency right now? I mean, OBJ, Cole Beasley, Emmanuel Sanders, Will Fuller. There's still some dudes. D.D. Westbrook. I'd say there's 5 to 8 decent ones still. OBJ obviously isn't fully healthy right now, but he will be. If you want to throw Antonio Brown in there, cool. I don't want him, but FAB, am I right? But there's some names, there's some guys out there that if Kansas City wants to flirt with, they are available. Use hashtag Chiefs or Super Chat to get your questions in. We got time for just a couple more, but in the meantime, turn on those notifications. That way you know exactly when we go live. These mailbags come from our live show on Monday, so if you want to be featured in them, turn on those noties after you subscribe and join our live show and submit those questions. The KC Chef, what is the Chiefs' biggest weakness on the roster? It's a good question. I would have said edge a month ago, but with Karlaftis' how he's looked and the addition of Dunlap, I don't know. I think that's a pretty good position. Maybe it's corner, but I like how they sit there too. I don't know. Right tackle, Andrew Wiley. He's not bad though. I don't know if there is a weakness. I don't know. I just named a couple there. Maybe backup quarterback. Chad Henne's not a great backup, but if you lose Mahomes, let's be honest, doesn't really matter who the backup is. It's going to be wildly different. Subscribe to the channel, and like I said, turn on those noties, news, rumors, watch parties, and much more. We will continue to hit you with daily Chiefs videos here on this channel. Some watch parties throughout the season whenever we are able to do so. YouTube.com/ChiefsTV. Don't miss any of our coverage here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Appreciate you guys very much. All right, one or two more here. Nick Webker, what do you think is the biggest trap game for the Chiefs this year? Trap game? I would say, I don't think at Arizona week 1 is an easy schedule, to be honest, or easy start. Looking at the schedule at the Colts in week 3, they've given the Chiefs trouble in the past. That could be a little trap. How about this for a trap game? Jacksonville at home, November 13th, noon game. You're thinking, that's going to be a walk in the park. Trevor Lawrence could be rolling by then. You never know. I think Jags, they're going to be well coached with Doug Peterson. So if you want to count a true trap game, that could be one. All right, Steven 101, we'll end on this one. Chiefs compare this year's offense with last year's. Last year had Hill and Kelsey, not very unpredictable. This year, lots of places to go. Yeah, I think, look, when you lose Tyreek Hill, obviously that's a major weapon to lose and you don't replace him. But I do think this offense might keep teams more on their toes because you don't know where they're going to be able or where they're going to go. And there's more volume of weapons this year than there were last year. So, yeah, I'm with you. Maybe it's not quite as explosive at times, although teams took away the deep ball last year because they were so scared of Tyreek Hill that it was a lot of underneath stuff anyway. Maybe some of that returns. We saw Valdez-Scantling streak free in that second preseason game. Mahomes just missed them. So, if you hit some of those, you're going to be in good shape.